my current update about going barefoot. It is lovely. Like, there is still snow quite often at where I am, but I walk in barefoot shoes daily, which is amazing. So at some point, I really started to miss to feel the earth under my feet. So the moment the snow started to melt and there was like a tiny piece of dirt, I went with my barefoot shoes and I just went to touch the dirt. And I took out like the soles and everything, so I could feel how just the dirt felt, the mud, and it was unbelievable. I felt so grounded because although snow is amazing and it's so nice to go barefoot into the snow, still, um, the earth, like the mud and the plants, it is a whole different world. Sometimes it feels like the snow kind of creates a barrier to connect deeper to the earth, but it is also something really unique and different to itself. Like, I was walking through the snow barefoot, so I would just walk out of the door barefoot, go into the snow and just play in the snow without shoes, just having fun. And at the same time I'm doing cold exposure, right? So I'm getting my feet to be okay. Just like I do cold showers, and it is really amazing because I'm able to do like cold plunges here in Norway. I'm able to swim in the water and be okay. I don't get this shock behavior just like when I go barefoot in the snow. It's just, it is wonderful. I did learn to see it as two different things: being in contact with the snow or with the earth that's underneath the snow. And now the snow is like leaving. I am so happy. I'm so happy because although I love the snow, at some point I just missed the earth. And the cool thing is, like, I ran into this guy who is walking barefoot mostly through Norway, and I was impressed. But he does it only between 0 and 5 degrees. And I'm like, okay, well, most of the time here it is kind of cold. But there is still this shame that I feel about going barefoot in public in a city, and also a fear, of course, of like standing in glass, which is, I think, understandable, even though it's quite clean here. But I don't know, maybe that could be a challenge for me to go barefoot more often outside, like completely barefoot. But I must say, I do feel the difference. Now, I have been walking on barefoot shoes for like half a year at least, I would say. More than half a year, I think. Yeah, more than half a year. And yeah, it 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 is it is just, it has been really helpful. Like, for instance, when I go on hikes, I feel more connected, I feel more balanced. And for instance, I was going on a snowshoe hike, and for that it is can be practical to wear more sturdy shoes. But then when I took them off and I went to walk with those sturdy hiking shoes, like the more traditional hiking shoes, I felt like my balance was really taken away. And another thing that I discovered is the thicker your sole is, or the more cushioned your sole is, the more your body is going to try and search for balance and search for the grounding and stability. So you will actually like stamp down on the earth much harder, which will increase the impact on your knees, um, versus if you would have walked on barefoot shoes. So that's something I have experienced now firsthand. Like, I do notice that I am slapping the floor way harder if I'm not wearing barefoot shoes versus if I am wearing barefoot shoes. So definitely feeling a difference there. And all I can say, it's really interesting and I feel connected. And I am practicing every day with caring less about what people think of me, and sometimes just hugging a tree, and sometimes just right in front of where I live, next to the street, with people walking on the pedestrian lane, to just decide to take off my flip-flops. Yeah, sometimes I feel like walking in my flip-flops in the Arctic, and then to just go with my bare feet into the snow, not caring about what people are thinking. And it is amazing. Like, obviously I'm human, I do care, but I'm trying to care less. And the moment that I don't care and I just do, and I connect with nature, with my hands, with my feet, touching plants, touching trees, that almost rhymed. When I walk past the bush that feel like I really want to connect with this bush, I will touch the bush, and it is lovely. It is lovely. It is definitely a journey, my barefoot journey, and like being in general, being more in touch with nature, caring less about what people think, acting on my impulses, and just doing, you know, it's all in connection with each other, just like the earth. Let me know, guys, how are you doing? Like, are you like connecting with nature, and do you feel grounded? Do you sometimes touch some plants just to feel connected? Or have you tried walking barefoot? Have you tried walking barefoot in the snow? I'm curious. Let me know.